Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I will be completing the escalation contract TheKotti Paradigm, which is quite an old escalation contract back on Paris, a map from Hitman 1, but the difference here is that I'm completing this in-game in Hitman 3. So this is all the Hitman 3 engine, slightly tweaked, you know, behavioural settings, slightly tweaked interactions, slightly tweaked, you know, item properties. Everything's just a tiny bit different, and looks a lot better. Looks, you know, not that the original didn't look very pretty as well, but you can see how nice this looks. Anyway, so the first thing that you need to do is make your way to this room and trigger a conversation between those two people, one of whom is your target. If you don't trigger that conversation at the start of the map, then your target will not take herself away to a location where you can more easily complete your assassination. The next thing you need to do is to acquire the Battleaxe that you have to use to do the kill. And the way to do that, at least for this first level, is going to be just to flick a coin over there, get that stylist to go and pick it up, and whilst he's picking it up you can grab the Battleaxe from that display case and get back to this corner. Now you just need to wait for one particular guard who you can see just left of centre on my screen there using instincts to clear his position, and you need to wait for these two people to clear the vicinity as well. As soon as that guard goes, which you can see he's moving off now, then you can just about get the axe through this section without being spotted by the guards. You know, the meters begin to fill up. This guy got in my way a bit, but no one actually has time to make you if you just proceed on your way without drawing any more attention. So now we're using the kitchen passageway to pop up the other side of the ground floor so that we can go back to where our target has now gone following us triggering that conversation earlier. You need to pick this lock and just be careful, as there are some people who move through this area. But anyway, you can see that our target is actually only just making her way into the secluded room that we need her to be in anyway. So she's now there, targets have moved through the room, and we can now complete this kill. So, easy enough on level 1. That's her dead with the necessary weapon in the necessary outfit. We can leave the axe here, there's no need for us to worry about carrying that around anymore. And we can make our way to the exit. Now, it's worth saying that whilst level 1 of this escalation feels difficult the first time you approach it, it really has nothing on levels 2 and 3. So whilst this one has been nice and short, levels 2 and 3 require a little bit more planning. But anyway, as we stroll out of the beautiful Paris surrounds, we can congratulate ourselves on a job well done, at least for level 1. There we go. I decided to allow you a bit of cinematic strolling there. Yes, beautiful level. There we go. One thing it's worth noting as we begin the second level of the contract is, of course, you need to plan this mission and bring 47's signature suit. I would also recommend bringing a lockpick. And the coins act as a very helpful distraction. You absolutely could do this without these things. Pretty much only the signature suit you need to make sure you have. But I also found it helpful to have a lockpick, coins, and a silenced pistol, and actually to set a pickup for another silenced pistol, which you'll see becomes helpful for a trick we're about to use here. So we've triggered the conversation, but we need to get a different Battleaxe, primarily because we now have no agility. That's one of the complications of this second level. So we cannot vault, which actually is a fairly significant obstacle to getting the first Battleaxe. So you'll see that we get past the guard there by waiting for the woman who asks him where the toilets are, even though she stood literally right next to the toilet. She's literally already there. Then we can leave our first silenced pistol, the one we have on us, at this door, open the door, and then throw a coin to get the guard at this door to look at this pistol. So you just need to make sure that your timing's right. Don't throw the coin after too long from opening the door, because the door will swing shut, and the worst thing that can happen there is that you end up attracting the other guard, the one that you had to pass to get into this area, and he picks up the weapon, because that will not help you with getting the Battleaxe out of this door, which is the purpose of that whole ruse, because as that guard outside the door sees the pistol, he'll carry it off. I don't know exactly where, but all that matters is that it gets him out of the way, and you can then carry the Battleaxe through all those people who will act a little startled, but none of them are guards or enforcers or anything, so none of them will bother you. And then you can pick up your other silenced pistol that I would leave as a pickup in this stairwell. Again, you could do this another way if you wanted. This is just a, one loadout that I found worked for me. So then you want to be using the kitchen alleyways in a slightly different way here, because obviously we have a second target that we need to reach, and it is important that we reach him first, so don't go trying to kill the target from the first escalation until we've taken care of the added target that is a complication here. As you can see, you can use this stairwell that's in the kitchen part of the basement to get up to floor 2. Now, the reason that we need to be relatively swift in terms of how we make it here is you'll see that I end up on the second level having to wait quite a while for the shake to be in the right location. And if we'd been a bit quicker, actually, as you'll see in the third playthrough, we wouldn't have had to wait so long. But anyway, so you use your silenced pistol to take out the cameras. Again, you can probably find a way to make your way around them, but I found that it works best to shoot them out. And then you can run behind these two technicians. No one should see you, and just use this door here. Make sure that that's the door you go through, and then you can pick this lock, and you will find yourself in the area where the shake is. Now, I messed up and I triggered the distraction before the shake was adequately close, and therefore the wrong person came and investigated it, and I had to wait ages for the shake to be in the right location again. But I didn't want to play through again because I was too eager to get on to level 3, so instead I've left the recording running and I will fast forward all my waiting. Okay, so yeah, I'll fast forward through all of this. Nothing particularly entertaining happens. All you need to know is that if you miss that first opportunity with the shake, you will have to wait for him to finish drinking his wine and be ready to walk back over towards the bathroom, which he is about to do. So with no further ado, here you go. You can see he is now moving himself back towards the bathroom. And that means that when you now activate this clock as a distraction, as you can see from the top left-hand corner, it will be him who hears it. He will come into this bathroom and investigate it, which is a lovely opportunity for us to eliminate him. So just wait until he's walked in and the door's closed and everything, and then you can go ahead and kill him. It of course doesn't matter if he sees you, because he is not long for this world, and as soon as he dies, there is no longer any implication to him being spotted by him. You retain your silent assassin status, etc. I also then left the clock on, so this guy comes back to investigate, but that does not matter, because you can just wait for him to go away. To be honest, as long as he doesn't see you, he can even see the Battleaxe, and it doesn't matter. Obviously, it would be bad if he saw the body, but as long as you hide the body in this cupboard that I'm currently in with my friend the Sheikh, then all will be fine, and you can begin to think about making your way back down to take out the target who was the subject of the first level of this escalation. So there we go. When this guard has left the scene, we will no longer be seen by him, and we can just sneak back much the way we came. Just check that the situation outside these doors. As you can see, there are a couple of guards there now, so it would have been suboptimal if I had opened these doors right behind them. Anyway, now they are leaving. We can just follow them if you want. We just need to get back to the stairwell down to the basement. Can watch a bit of the fashion show. We just have to wait for these guards to be gone. I didn't really think it was worth the risk of trying to jog past them at this point. Just wait for them to continue on their way, and we will be able to go back to the staircase, which is a pretty important staircase for this level of the escalation. They like to have a chat roughly every 20 meters, these guys, you know, walking around all day's hard work. Okay, so back into our favourite staircase. The not very alert technician there shouldn't notice you. And you can head all the way back down to the kitchen. As you exit the doors into the kitchen, you are just going to want to check that the chefs aren't actively watching the way you're about to come through. I got unlucky with the timing again here, and as you can see, the chef opposite us has just walked back to the location where he is kind of facing directly towards this door. So I thought, you know, we've already not had a particularly quick playthrough of this level of the escalation, might as well wait for him to avert his eyes. Okay, so once he's safely looking away, we can be on our way, back the way we came pretty much, but we're not going to go back all the way that we came, because of course we want to pop out the other side of the ground floor where our target from the first level is. So just go left here and up this flight of stairs and pick the lock. Again, just being conscious of who might be on the other side of that door, although we're now so far in that there shouldn't really be anyone who can spot you. Pick the lock and head in to where our target will be on the phone in a room that no one else comes in. Finish her, ditch the axe, can stash it in the bin if you want. Really doesn't matter. And then remember, this isn't trespassing. You've got nothing illegal on you. You can feel free to just walk to the exit. Just admiring the beautiful scenery and a job well done. Feeling very smug and satisfied about himself. Is 47 at this point. Going to admire the fountain. Beautiful installation here. I wouldn't mind a fountain like that. And we'll be on our way to level 3, which is a significant challenge. Alright then, so level 3. Here we are in Paris once again, and this time complications added. There is an additional target that we need to reach, who is on the 3rd floor of the mansion. but otherwise the route remains much the same. Of course, we still have no agility, so no vaulting. So here you will see me pull off a somewhat more accomplished version of the method that I showed you a moment ago in the second level. Remember to trigger that conversation, by the way. It's easy to overlook that. Then we're going to follow this woman as she asks the man where the toilets are, despite being right next to the toilets. And she'll be shown that they are in fact here, about 5 meters from their current location. You will leave your silenced pistol number 1 on the floor here. You will equip a coin. Wait for this guard to return to his post, I find works best. You just want his back to you, basically. And then open these doors, immediately throw a coin against the border of the door, the wall of the door. And that will get that guard to come and look at your pistol and to pick it up, and importantly, to carry it away. And that is the important thing, is that he buggers off. Because as soon as he's gone, you can go through this door without attracting too much attention. People around you do look a bit horrified about a man carrying a bloody big Battleaxe through, but that's fine. And we'll head down again into the basement. So remember that for the first place we're going to go is the staircase in the kitchen area, which leads right up to the second floor. You follow the route I'm taking now, you should find it easily. If you're getting there this quickly, the cooks will begin to see you, but they won't spot you if you're quick, and I think it's worth just rushing that, because again, we do want to reach the shake in time, that we don't have to spend all that time again waiting for him to be available to be distracted in the bathroom. I just headed back down the stairs for a moment there, because that technician does occasionally change task, and just momentarily as he changes task, he kind of is not looking at, you know, the tasks that he usually is. As he's moving between them, he is, you know, stood upright, and I think would spot you if you were not careful. So again, we're just waiting for these 2 guards to get out of the way. They should clear off fairly quickly. So, yeah, there we go. They've had their every 20-meter conversation, and we can head along this walkway again. When you get about halfway through, just make sure you don't get too close to the cameras before you decide to take them out. There we go, there's 1. And nice and easy, 2. Go back, don't forget to pick up your Battleaxe. You do need it to make the assassinations. Interestingly, as far as I can tell, it's still the case that people will not regard the Battleaxe as an illegal weapon and try and carry it away if they do see it. So pick this lock. As you can see, the shake is just about to begin moving towards us, so this is more apt timing. You just need to wait until he is at the closest point of his little walk. So he kind of saunters over and gets ready to have a phone call. Just wait until he gets to about there, then activate this distraction. Then you can just pop in here to make sure that he doesn't see you as he's walking in. And there we go. Let's ruin his day. Right. Hide the body. I've once again forgotten to shut the clock off. You really ought to immediately shut the clock off, because otherwise, as you're about to see, someone ends up hearing it. But it doesn't matter, because here in this 3rd level, it matters even less, I should say, because we're actually going to take the Shake's disguise anyway. So we're not going to be seen as a trespasser, so we don't need to worry about being seen. And additionally, as I say, he will not be suspicious about the Battleaxe, which we've left behind. So leave the Battleaxe in the bathroom. Because what we're about to do, is just to reposition the target and get her to move downstairs, because I decided that I didn't want to faff with trying to get the Battleaxe up here. I'd rather get the target downstairs. So as you'll see, the way that we can do that is that we need the laptop dongle, which you can grab in the attic that we're about to go into. Just make sure through these doors that there's no one actively looking at you as you go through, because there is an enforcer who can see through the shake disguise. Then you're looking for the laptop dongle, which is just a tiny little illuminated speck over there, just behind the man who's sat at the computer console. Just make sure that there's no one else in the area looking at you. Grab that dongle and hightail it out of this area, because this is a trespassing area. And now we're back into an area that we're not trespassing in. You just need to go straight to the office which contains the laptop. And you can just go ahead and plug it in. You have to investigate it first before you can stick the dongle in. But that's our target there, and you will see she now becomes excised. She is not happy, and in a bit, does take a while, but she will decide that it's time to leave the 3rd floor. So that's great, and we will go and begin preparing for her to come downstairs. Unfortunately, we need to go back and get the Battleaxe, obviously, because the kill does need to be with the Battleaxe. But before we go and grab it, I thought I'd just make sure that everything was in order on this staircase, which is where we're going to get the target away from her guard, or more accurately, we're going to get her guard away from her. So just leave a pistol on the floor here. This is their route. They go along this staircase just as we do. So this staircase is even more important in the 3rd level of the escalation. Again, just be careful not to get spotted by these guards who are enforcers. Because in this 3rd level, apparently another complication is that there are super enforcers, i.e. I think just more guards who can see through your disguise. It really doesn't matter. I found that it really didn't affect the playthrough at all. So that complication sounds scary, isn't. And we'll now just grab the axe, and also, of course, the suit, because we do need to make the kill in 47's signature suit as well. And we have no further need of the shake outfit anyway. So, our target will, at this point, be making her way towards, going downstairs. So she goes from the 3rd floor to the 2nd, and from the 2nd to the 1st. And to get from the 2nd to the 1st, she will use this staircase where we've just positioned our gun. And she will come down here accompanied by one bodyguard. And what I wanted to do was just to get that bodyguard to leave. I'm not sure if there is a way to kill her without the bodyguard noticing, if she is still with the bodyguard, but I judged that the sensible thing to do here was to make sure that the bodyguard leaves. I just decided to reposition the pistol here, but the basic premise is the same. The idea here is just that as they come down the stairs, the bodyguard's going to see this pistol and leave, vacate the scene. So there's a tiny bit of waiting as we just allow our target to make her way. Here she's coming down, so you do have plenty of time to prepare the scene and to plan out how you're going to ambush her. I do think this staircase is a good place to do it, though. So here we go. She's very close now. Our friend the technician is still, he's just got his own problems, really, hasn't he? He's not too bothered about what this strange bald man is doing with a Battleaxe. Just waiting. And as you can see, the bodyguard walks first, so he will be the one to see the gun first. I don't think it would really matter if she saw the gun first, because I'm sure her AI behaviour would just be to ask the bodyguard to deal with the gun. But whatever. Yeah, I'm allowing that to play out now. And we can see that the bodyguard, after seeing the pistol, is picking it up. There he is, just picking it up. And luckily he went upstairs. I was worried that he might go downstairs. That's why I've popped out the doors here. But in the event I didn't need to, I could have just stayed in the stairwell. And here we go, she's now not moving. And I kind of wondered whether it was good enough to have her here. But then she saw me from bumping into her, so I decided that I really ought to just finish it. So the risk here was that our friend, the kind of oblivious technician, might hear this, but luckily he's lived up to that nickname I just gave him, and he is none the wiser. So I do think it makes sense to hide the body. Obviously we still have the final target to take care of, the easy one from level 1. So just mindful that I don't know what that bodyguard does after you've eliminated this target, but just to make sure that that body isn't going to end up being found, I thought best to get it hidden. There we go. Obviously go back up and grab the Battleaxe, you will be needing that for the final kill. But from here it really is plain sailing. We've done this before a couple of times now, so we just need to get back into the basement, where there will be a route through to the part of the ground floor where we can pop out and take down our final target. So just making our way back to the right part of the basement. There we go. Remember, it's left first in this hallway. And this is just exactly the same procedure as we've done a couple of times before.
Yeah, I'm at the Sanguine show.
Now the nice thing about the way we've done levels 2 and 3 of this escalation is that I believe that Kotti, the YouTuber speedrunner who was responsible for designing the contract that led to this escalation coming into existence, I think he's said actually that the Battleaxe that he intended that people should use is the one that we've used for the second and third levels of this escalation. I'm not sure if in Hitman 3 they've moved the Battleaxe that made the first kill from the first level, and obviously the final kill of the second and third levels in the way we did it. I'm not sure if they've moved the Battleaxe in the room next to her, which everyone seems to be saying is the way that they did that first kill, because I could not find that one, so that's why you've seen that I've used different Battleaxes. But anyway, that's it. That's levels 1 to 3, Silent Assassin, not suit only. There is a way to do the final level suit only, but to be honest, I thought this was a more fun playthrough anyway. So that's the Kotti Paradigm, levels 1 to 3, Silent Assassin. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and please do like the video or subscribe. It would make my day. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to making another video for you soon.